Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Fellow Cleveland Browns lover, I want to know you guys' thoughts on Cedric Tillman. I'm so excited to see him play this year. We finally got like a tall wide receiver. We haven't had a tall wide receiver since probably, Josh Gordon. I want to know you guys' thoughts on him and the connection he's going to have with Deshaun Watson. Thank you so much. Go Browns. Woof, woof.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Let's welcome in Corey Kinnon from BrownsWire.com. Corey, I think he's the type of wide receiver that can flourish with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun's a guy that will throw the ball up and let his guys go make plays. But typically, third-round wide receivers don't do a whole lot in their rookie year. So I wouldn't judge him strictly on the 2023 season. I like him a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's spot on to not judge him based off of 2023, especially when you look at the wide receiver room entering 2023. You know, they made a lot of upgrades. You know, they added Marquise Goodwin, they added Elijah Moore, and so. But again, Marquise Goodwin's on a 1-year deal. Donovan Peoples-Jones has 1 year left on his deal. So, I think we're looking at next year. Again, I think he's still going to get reps. You know, when you have a skill set that nobody else on the roster does, you could argue Donovan Peoples-Jones might have his similar skill set to win above the rim at jump ball situations down the field in the red zone, but. When you have a skill set that not really anybody else on the roster has, you're going to find the field. So Tillman's going to have looks. I wouldn't put his target number above 40, of what I would expect this year. But he's going to get looks. He's going to get the ability to make some plays when he's on the field.
And again, he has talent. If he wouldn't have gotten hurt and missed most of his senior year, there's no way. I won't say there's no way. Highly unlikely that he's a third-round pick. He's a mid-second, maybe even a late first, depending on what he does his senior year. He was that highly thought of as a junior.
Yeah, again, he was on the Blitnikoff watch list heading into the season for the nation's best wide receiver. Again, as far as a polished NFL receiver goes, I still think he's probably the better receiver out of him and Jalen Hyatt, even though Jalen Hyatt, obviously has the vertical speed and thrived in an offense that really capitalized on that vertical speed. Tillman's a little bit more all-around savvy, a better route runner, better hands. But again, he's just sturdy. He's consistent. And so, again, he's not going to be a player that if he is targeted, he's going to let the ball hit the floor very often. Again, what kind of separator is he? That's a question. Again, I do think he's a better route runner than the system that they ran at Tennessee let him run, because, again, that's mostly horizontal or vertical. There's not really any nuance beyond that. But, again, I do think there's a little bit more wiggle in his hips, and there is some nuance to his game that isn't necessarily shown on Tennessee's tape.